Bonsoir. Ouh, 10, 19, 20, 23. Alors, ok. C'est Planet Glee une autre fois. Et il y a beaucoup de choses de, euh, pour discussion, mais euh, j'ai pensé que je veux voir un programme de 2006 que j'ai trouvé euh, la semaine prochaine. Et alors, c'est le moment, je crois. Parce que je suis, je suis un peu fatiguée de discuter le présent et le média social et le peuple en Washington, D.C. Alors, je veux démontrer que San Francisco a les peuples qui avaient les peuples qui a changé le monde. Alors, the name of the show that I'm going to show today is called Bro Jud on Love Energy Show 2006. So I'm going to move over there and show you a bit of the show. Now, you can see it there. Bro Jud on Love Energy, air date 12/26/06, directed by David Lassman. And this was a show that we recorded in a TV studio because San Francisco Public Access used to have a big TV studio. Anyway, this show was an hour long, so I'm taking bits of it. And the dedication, as you can see under Planet Glee, is to Dennis Peron, who recently passed away. And his brother, Brian, is also on this show. And I thought, well, Brian plays music on the show. So I'm trying, I don't know, I just felt that maybe it would be good to see Dennis the way I see Dennis. And to show for the first time on public access TV some of this very important show, the Bro Jud on Love Energy show, because there was a lot of genius behind it and a lot of love behind it. And so it's a time that precedes all of the negativity that we see. So I'm going to start with the most beautiful music too from this show. We had It's a little bit slow on the uptake here. I'm going to move us through. Okay, so here are our guests. And this
I
is
leave
Bro
the
Jud.
house and I go down and walk 2 blocks and I remember what I forgot and then I have to go back. And that happens so frequently that I figure it's cosmic humor. It's got to be a cosmic humor, these little setbacks. Anyway, our program is what the whole world has been waiting for. The world has been waiting for something new, something different, a new approach. Isn't that what all these elections were about? Everybody wants a new approach. Can we come up with a way to unify the people of the world, the good people of the world, the people of the world who are into harm reduction and who want to live in peace? So anyway, how do we differ from other people? Well, we have a plan. How is the plan different? Well, we invite criticism. We invite questions. For example, are there any flaws in our plan? If our plan is doable, and if it's a proactive plan, then we'll make it happen. Now, one of the things we do on this show, and have done, is we usually dedicate the program to 2 world-class intellectuals. So
I'm going to stop there, mainly because I want to focus on Dennis Peron. And from time to time, I'm going to come back to this show because I think in essence it shows a lot of the genius of Bro Jud, who passed away in December of 2009. So I'm going to move us to, he dedicates the show to a couple of thinkers, and he always speaks in their ear. Oh, you can't see, I'll show you. He would always speak in the person's ear, and David and the crew would figure that out. And there was the Bargain Basement Band, started off the show usually. So I'll show a little bit of this. They were so, and they still are, so generous in letting me play along, always. And I'm over there, and let's see, I'm over there, and I'll just show a little bit of this.
Just one thing, I'll be okay. I need a miracle every day. I need a woman about twice my height. She's statuesque and raven, a goddess of the night, with secret incantations and a candle burning blue. We'll consult the spirits, maybe they'll know what to do. I gotta feel, believe what I say, oh yeah. Can't run around and I can't run away. I need a miracle every day. Show me a miracle, Jerry.
Now, the person playing the organ is Dennis Peron. Excuse me, Brian Peron, Dennis's brother.
I
The
need a
first time he
woman
had jammed
about
with
twice
us,
my weight.
he was
She's a
playing
ton of fun
organ
and
in
packs
the
a
back.
gun with all that other freight. I meet her in a sideshow, and I leave her in L.A. Ride her like a surfer riding on a tidal wave, and it's real.
Was on Planet Glee
Believe
a
what
lot
I
in the beginning here, and so we're Randy and Doc.
Just one thing, I'll be okay. I need a miracle every day.
I need a miracle every day. I think sometimes to myself, like, what would life be like if we were still doing this show with all these cast of characters? How would Judd be reacting to what is happening right now in our world? Would this show bring some relief for all the feelings that might be negative? You know, I need a miracle every day. It's like, I know for me it helped a lot to do this show. And when I found the DVD, I was, oh my God, well, there's a reason why I found this DVD. So I was looking for a different DVD, and I'll show that when I find it. But this one was just like, whoa, this has Dennis in it and Brian. So I'm gonna, let's see, move us along so you can actually see Dennis Peron. Okay, so such a gentle person, really. Okay, Dennis and Judd together.
So Dennis, Lori and I have been working on
Oopsie,
6
Jennifer.
different things that you and I discussed where we're in attunement. I can think of a few of them.
The first one, marijuana?
Well, yes, your idea that in attunement with what is that, Dr. Todd McCarea, that cannabis, medical cannabis, can be used to deal with a lot of illnesses, including a gateway for people to move back into regular society.
You even showed me Time magazine where they acknowledging that marijuana may help Alzheimer's just in time for my generation.
That's the way I'm treating it.
I'm in time for my generation.
Age-related illnesses.
Or Alzheimer's is age-related. Yes, exactly. And
like memory loss, for example.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That happens to me all the time.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's just, I think that's just part of being human.
All right. So that's one thing.
Through the stuff.
One thing we agree upon is that so far as we know, the medical cannabis is beneficial in a lot of ways. So one of the programs that I'm going to be working on, and I'd love for you to be with me on it, is the Doctors for Medical Cannabis Research Trust Fund. And I think I can raise a lot of money, I mean a lot of money,
Very
maybe
good,
billions
Judd.
of dollars, so that we can have the best research in the world. I mean, people like the Howard Hughes research. You know, a lot of these research outfits, like I saw a documentary about the Howard Hughes research, Medical Research Institute, and they allow the doctors to pick their own subjects that they want to do research on, so long as it's for the general good.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. And there's so many of these really reputable organizations that can verify.
Oh, marijuana's been researched to death.
I know.
I mean, how many? 2737 BC, Chinese pharmacopoeia. I mean, that was a long time ago. So it's not like we don't have any medicine, evidence that it's a medicine. I think that's pretty obvious, and it helps people.
No, you've known me for many years, and
Yep.
you've known that I'm an optimist, and I
Yes.
like to feel that everything happens for the best.
Yes.
And I'm convinced that there are 52 million people out there that can benefit by a research program that provides assisted living from birth until death in an environment where medical cannabis can give people that choice of intoxication and that choice of the beneficence without denying it to them. And I think it's waiting to happen.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned this because I just read recently that a senior man's assisted living place was just busted by the cops.
Is that so?
Because they were smoking joint.
Well, that's a political thing.
It is a political thing. The whole thing is political. If
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
any other drug besides marijuana, it would be legal a long time ago. And I think the method of just smoking it irritates them. And I don't really know what it is about marijuana they hate. But there is the thing that they hate. They think it makes you stupid. Well, I think it makes you smart. They say it makes you lazy, but it makes me productive. All the things that they say about marijuana is just the opposite of what it really is.
Okay, now let me give you an example of how two people can see the same thing differently.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that the pogrom, the persecution of medical cannabis users is something that is simply waiting for the right time to emerge.
Okay. As you can see, as you can see, Judd has had a lot to say, and Dennis too. And the show was segmented, and in the beginning here, they're talking about medical marijuana, and Dennis was such a huge person behind the movement, and I want to let's see. I want to go ahead a little bit, and I want to hear more from Dennis, just basically because he recently passed, and I see pictures of him. There was a memorial on Castro Street and everything, but I feel like I've seen too many pictures of him when he was not really feeling well. So this is also for me my own way of saying that I respected him for who he is. So here we go.
Honest reflection about who they are and what they're there for. And let's get real, they have a lot of time to do it, a lot of time to reflect. But if they don't have a drug that helps them reflect, all they've got is their anger. And 8 years of anger. I just talked to a person, they had 11 and a half years on a 12-year thing for marijuana in Texas. Yes, there were guns involved, and they didn't know the cops, and you know how that happens. 11 and a half years on a 12-year for marijuana. Think about what havoc this has wreaked on not only people's lives personally, but what it's done to us as a society. And it's just, and then if this guy had 11 and a half years on pot, well, he was in there for pot. But it makes time go better, and it causes you to self-reflect. And I think it helped a lot of people that are in prison that once they get out, they have no hope. They have no hope to go on. They have no friends. They just go right back in, and they fall right back into the institution. And they're comfortable being in prison. And the people are comfortable being in prison now and actually see it as almost a place to go. And I have a friend that addicted to crack, goes to jail every 3 months, it seems, shoplifting or something, and they're happy in jail. He's happy in jail, and I don't want a society where people want to go to jail. And marijuana is the
Oh,
key.
yeah, it's not,
I believe it's the key
it's
to
not
so
a
much.
It's not a public safety issue.
No, it's a key to a better world.
Exactly.
It is the key that opened up. Prop 215 was the key to fit into a door that had been so dark for so long, and it gave a little light into that room that's been so dark, and a little light of hope. And I think that there was hope that we can change our society, to build the society we want. And marijuana is just a metaphor. They're blocking us on this one, because what we really have plans for, and the cop who used to get me during the debate in 215, he always the cop assigned to debate me. He said, "Mr. Peron, why don't you tell people what you're really up to?" And I always like freeze for a second. I'm like, "Oh, what does he know?" But really, what I'm up to making a better world.
Right.
I'm not just sick and dying people, a better world for everybody. And I believe marijuana is the key to it. A better world without war, with people sharing. And I'm an old hippie, and I don't want it. I renounce materialism.
And you're a veteran, too.
I'm a veteran. I'm a Vietnam vet. I came to San Francisco like a lot of people. I didn't know who I was. Me, I wasn't gay enough for the gay guys, straight enough for the straights. I was an intellectual.
What happened? Oopsie. Oh. Ah! We don't want that. I guess it means that it's time to go. It is. It is time to go. Thank you for watching this show. And I am going to do my best to try to bring more of the love from the Bro Jud Unleavened Energy Show to you. Thank you. Bye.